Hello, my name is Sophie and welcome to Vlogmas Day 24, Vlogmas on Christmas Eve. So for today's video, I thought I would take you through my processes, which sounds way more formal than it is, when I finish a book. I think I've mentioned several times over the course of this Vlogmas that I track my reading in several different ways. I've shown you how I've set up my next year's book journal tracker. I also use Storygraph, and in a way of keeping track of all those methods, I have a list on my phone. So I thought today I would show you what I do when I finish a book, which is either going to be really interesting or really boring. I think I would find this interesting to watch, but there's a real chance that this is really boring. So my finished book checklist consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Oh, maybe I can make a nice graphic on the screen. If I have, I'll put it here. Lovely. Okay, so the first thing to do when I finish a book is to put it on Storygraph. So the book I've just finished is My Policeman by Beth and Roberts, which was my book club pick for the month. I don't know if it is a 4-star, but it's too much to be a 3-star. So I think I'm going to put it as 4-star for now. But I click this little pen button and then I mark as finished. Okay. And review. It wasn't adventurous. It was kind of inspiring. It was challenging. It was emotional. It was sad, and it was tense. I think it was quite a slow-paced book, but that's not a criticism. It's definitely character driven. Arguably there is no character development, and the flaws of the characters is what caused the plot. I did find them lovable though. The cast is not diverse. It's set in 1950s England, so not very diverse. The flaws in the main character, the main focus of the book, absolutely they are. I'm going to give it 4 stars. There is an option to do 0.25, 0.5 and 0.75, but I find those options too overwhelming, so I don't include those. I don't tend to write full reviews on Storygraph, so do that there. That's done. That's Storygraph updated, so I can go back to my list, tick off that, and then the next thing on my list is Bookshelf, which is my app where I can track my physical library. Go into, oh no, actually it's not Sophie's library, it's the wedding library. Let's do it by author, because then I can find Miss Roberts, or Mrs. Roberts, I'm not judging. There she is. There we go, so I'm rating it 4 stars. Ooh, there we go. I read all the pages, though that page number is not accurate. When did I start reading this? Not sure, but I finished it today. I'll go back and add that date. Oh no, wait, I can check on Storygraph actually. Start date 10th of December, there we go. There is pros and cons to tracking in multiple different places. Yeah, so that's Bookshelf updated, and then that will take it off my unread list. It's 1 book closer. And then I update my Instagram bio. This isn't super important, but it's something that I would forget to do, so I have to write it down. So Instagram, I'm already on my book account, so I go over to my profile, edit profile, and I do already know what book I'm going to be reading next, so I'll take away My Policeman and add Second Chances in Newport Stephen by TJ. Oh no, actually I think it's TJ as in TJ rather than TJ, because that makes total sense. There we go. So that's my Instagram bio updated. Instagram post, add to schedule. I do have a vague kind of plan for the content I'm going to make on Bookstagram, so maybe I'll make a flat layout of it today. Last book club read of the year. There we go, so that's added to the schedule, so I can tick that off. Then everything else is downstairs. So my Excel spreadsheet, actually no, I have my computer here. Let's just do it. So here is my Bookish spreadsheet. I've made a whole video about this if you'd like to see it in more detail, but down here I have my currently reading books. So what I will do is I will take My Policeman, cut it and paste it on the finished list. Today is the 20th of December, which means it took me 11 days to read it. LGBTQ+ is definitely the predominant genre. And then I'd argue that it's more historical than, well, it is romance, but it is historical. I'm going to go with historical because LGBTQ plus implies romance. I'm going to say it's for an adult audience. Format, I read this as a paperback. The status, it came from the wedding library. I chose it because of the wedding book club. The pages, it had 341 pages, I believe. Definitely hit 300, didn't it? Yeah. And I'm rating it 4 stars, though that might be subject to change. And then while I'm at it, I'll also add Second Chances in Newport Stephen by TJ Alexander, because I'm going to start that this evening. And then onto the TBR tracker. So I've got to find the book it will be in this section in the wedding library. Beth and Roberts will be quite near the bottom. There she is. So then I'll copy that over to my read list and then just move all of these up. Oh good, my Amazon order has been updated. So yeah, so added that to the read list over here, and then I'll update my stats up here. So I've not bought anything. This counts as a backlog book read and a physical read, and it updates my total reads. So now my remaining backlog is down to 373. So then on my reading plan, I will go over here and colour this in. It's this green, and he's down there as well. So that means I've read 3 books on my TBR for this month, and I've read 2 out of my 10 before the end. So that's the Excel spreadsheet done, and then because this list is conveniently on my phone and my laptop, I can update that here. Also, I can tick this off now. I don't know why I've called it monthly goals. I should call it monthly TBR, but I can tick off my policeman, which is good. This hasn't synced, so I'm just gonna retick all of those, and I can tick off Excel spreadsheet. Then my bullet journal and my book talk journal are both downstairs, so I'll film that in a separate clip. So the last steps on my list are to fill in my bullet journal and my book talk journal. So I'm going to start with the book talk journal. Not that I have anywhere to put my bullet journal. So this is the book talk journal. I added some of my own stickers because I thought they looked cool. And as I flip to, actually no, let's start at the beginning. So here we have the kind of library looking section of the book, so I can add in I have this essentially like what I'm using as a bookmark, which just has a breakdown of how many books I've read in each month. So I can add a little tally there for December, and then I'll add the numbers at the end of the month, and then I just pop that in the next page. Then this is going to feel a bit silly, but I ripped out these pages from a notebook because I'd rather have like a little book review than a picture of the book cover. So then I just pick page. It definitely looked better when I had the plain white pages, but this is what we got and this is what we're working with. So I'll start with this side where we write the title. So that's my book talk journal filled out. I put my review over here. I put some little notes down here. I know it says plot rating, but I found that actually making a little graph down here was really boring, so I just use it to kind of share some more thoughts. And that's the book talk journal filled in. And to finish it off, we have my bullet journal, which I've used so many stickers, it's got incredibly fat this year. But starting at the beginning. The bookshelf, so I finished my reading goal of 42 halfway through this year, and I didn't want to add in any more squares, so I leave that as is, but I do write the title of the book I've just finished over here, and then I colour it in using the star rating key that I've left over here. I ran out of space on my original bookshelf, so I like to think of this as like a full-size Billy bookcase from IKEA, and this is one of those mini Billy bookcases. Then we have the genre tracker. I've already filled out romance, so I've stopped adding to that, but here we can add LGBTQIA+, and a little bit of historical. I've already got an M for my alphabet challenge, so I don't need to add anything there. The only letters I'm missing are J, K, P, Q, U, V, X, Y, and Z, which isn't too bad considering I wasn't actively trying to do the alphabet challenge this year. This is just organic reading. On the next page, this is my monthly reading log. Obviously I did not allow enough space, so I've got a little extra flap here and then a little extra bit here, but this should take up my last slot in December. And then the next book I finish this month will have to go on this list because I've run out of space in the December box. On the next page we have my book of the year bracket. Obviously December's not over yet, so I've not added a book in here, though at the moment out of the 5 books I have read, Heartstopper Volume 5 is definitely going to be my pick. And then here I have a 5-star read spread. Again, I ran out of room, so I had to add another extra page. So that's my bullet journal update done. We even have a nice Christmassy background to finish off this video. Yeah, so that's everything I have to do on my list. All 7 parts of my book tracking are updated. The only other thing that I would do for this one, because this is a book club pick, I have a journal that I wrote reviews of all the book club picks, so I will do that as well, but that's not standard for every book, so it's not on my list. I am very aware that a lot of these tracking methods overlap, so it's something that I'm trying to condense a little bit. There are different things that each of my tracking methods use and do, so I will continue to update more than I need to. I hope this has been insightful or interesting in any way, shape or form. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely Christmas if you're watching this when this goes up. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. It's not over yet. Bye!